Hello, everyone. Lyndon Jumbie Jones here on behalf of the Guyana Committee of Services. I have another sad story to share with you in the hope for some help. Meet Lucretia Gray.
My name is Nikisha Gray. I'm from New Amsterdam, Berbice. Also a lab aide, assistant technician at the Portland Hospital currently. This is my daughter, Nia Beard, who's clinically diagnosed with Crohn's and inflammatory bowel disease. I made contact with Mr. Jambi, I must say, pertaining to my daughter, because since she was almost like 3 years and 6 months, she has been having like abdominal pain, swelling, vomiting, diarrhea, etc. So I took her to New Amsterdam Hospital, where she was admitted on many occasions. I got different diagnoses of what she's going through. She has been treated and sent home. Eventually, I took her to Anamaya Hospital, where they did a CT scan. She was admitted there for one night, and they said the CT scan showed like she got fluid in her lungs. However, we went to another hospital because they had stated and I wanted to do surgery because they said they're not sure exactly what is going on. So I did not accept it that I needed a second opinion. Then I moved to Woodland where they had said the CT scan showed that she has a abscess behind her pelvis. She was passing discharge from her vagina. Likewise, the same abdominal pain. She was actually bedridden. They had admitted her and they said they can do surgery because it needs emergency surgery, but they cannot do it at the moment because they don't have the facility to care for the child after that.
I hope you would listen to her story right to the end.
One of my sister made contact with us stating that she saw balancing. There's a doctor by the name of Dr. Adrian Van Houten, who's a doctor specialized in gastroenterology. So we make contact and we make appointment and she went there. That's where doctor had run some tests on her. He did barium, he did CT scan and MRI. And he had diagnosed her clinically with the Crohn's, inflammatory bowel disease, and upper intestinal problems. Eventually, he treated her, put her on medication. She had gotten better. Then I went back home. Then this thing kept occurring like every other 2 months. Last year, February, she literally went blind because of the pain and the Crohn's, which he had explained to me you're gonna have different type of diagnosis. But he's not sure of which one she has because there are 5 types. And in order to do so, you need to do a colonoscopy, endoscopy, and a biopsy. However, knowing Guyana have the pediatric troop for her to do these tests. So he had written a letter to Region 6 Regional Health Officer. I myself took it to the chairman, which he had assured me that they will help in some way or the other. He would do follow up. Eventually, from time to time, I keep communicating, wasn't getting any positive response. Eventually, I got a call stating that I need to find a hospital that can do these tests and they will assist from there. So I made contact with Presbyterian Well Cornell in the US and they said to me they can do it, but they need to know how am I caring for the child, who's going to outstand the bill. Eventually, my aunt over there, she made contact with them. She took the letter. I also had sent the email that the doctor had sent to the ministry. Likewise, I had a team that came from the US where Dr. Rollins had. He did a check on her and he diagnosed her with the same thing and he had wrote a letter and sent it out to each one of them.
After all these visits to the doctor and the diagnosis and so on,
It's very stressful for me because it's like my daughter's just been treated from time to time whenever this occur. And my best and wish right now is for my daughter to get for the medical. I had written to the president a letter. Eventually, when I went to the office, they said they had sent back a responded letter. When I asked the post girl one day when I was home, she had said to me that she brought some letters and she's taking that again. And she saw one indeed with a Catholic crown, but I have never received it. So like close to 2 months, the president was in Berbice at State House where myself and my daughter went. I took some time off from work and I went there and I spoke to him concerning it. He had put me on to the doctor at hand. I can't remember his name. So he added me to WhatsApp and I used to be texting him and he had told me that somebody's gonna call me. I had made contact with Mr. Frank Anthony when he was at Portland Hospital last year and he had advised me to go to Miss BB at Ministry of Health. She would advise me on further. So I went there, but she's saying you have to get a quotation in order to get the help that I need to take my daughter to the US. Eventually, the hospital said they can do it, but they said they have to get the like an interview with her. The first interview is gonna be on video call, but they want to know who's gonna pay for it. And the second one is gonna be in person, where they're gonna run some tests. After running the test, they're gonna say, well, this is what she's diagnosed, and they can able to give a quotation. However, since then, I haven't gotten back a positive answer. I had reached out to many business places seeking for help. Like I had written a letter to Gafurs. I had reached out to Mr. Azuddin Mohammed. I went there myself personally. I took like 3 to 4 letters. But every time I go there, the person at the front desk would say that Mr. Azuddin has a lot of letters. He can't get to read all, and he's not the only person that would assist people I can seek anywhere else.
With all fairness, I don't think that Mr. Mohammed can help everyone.
Being a health worker, I myself personally, I try to assist patients as early as soon as possible, especially when it comes to children. I never turn up. I'm doing my job. In addition to that, my daughter is almost 7 years. October coming to 29, she will be 7. She's been diagnosed since about 4 with this sickness. The only help I got so far from social protection was a $10,000 voucher towards her glasses. I had applied for the disability cash grant where they were giving out 100,000 for children with disability and other illness. 2 times I applied, both times I was turned down. So I decided now to come to let the public know my frustration, my depression, especially when it comes to my child. Because there are days that I cannot go to work. It's either I'm in the hospital with my daughter when she's hospitalized, or when she's not well, and my mom can't care for her when it's overbearing. I gotta be home to be with her. And I have decided to, take another step further and seeking the help and whatever assistance I can get. So that's why I decided to come out here. Thank you.
That's quite a lot. Basically, this mother is going through a lot, and she is frustrated, like she's saying, and she went to many places, and she's not getting the help that she needs. And I believe that if we throw this out to the general public, that somewhere along the line, someone will be able to advise her. So, to break it all down in terms of her condition.
Yes, well, clinically, her bowel is like something called would be inflamed. So it's gonna be like for days she cannot get to pass stool, or she can't get to pass urine, or she would get a vomit in the diarrhea. And this keep happening like every 2 months. For the time Dr. Bannerton started to see her, treated her, it didn't happen for like 6 months straight. But then last year, February, that's when it bothers me when she said to me, Mommy, I don't think I'm gonna make it. And honestly speaking, as a mother, as a single
You
parent,
don't want to hear a child.
I don't like to hear when my
Yes.
daughter say that. And I always advise her and I always say to her, baby, God is in control and I gotta be strong for you. I
Okay.
can say a very thank you to Dr. Van Houten because he has been a great help to her.
So this is what needs to be done.
They need her to do an endoscopy, colonoscopy, and a biopsy. However, they do not have a pediatric tube in Guyana, both private and public. So that's why I
So
had
who
to
told
make
you that they don't have that?
the doctor. Likewise, we did phone call ourselves.
Where to where?
We did contact to Balwan Singh, then Georgetown Hospital.
So no hospital in Guyana has it.
No, they do not.
And did they tell you if they can send for it and if they can get it? Or
Well, I never had a response pertaining to that. I was only told once by Dr. Georgetown Hospital they have the adult tube. She said wherein they can take a chance and use it. But for me personally,
very
with
risky
my child, I see it
and
as a risk.
painful. Yeah.
Because especially when I gotta use the enema to insert in her anus, my daughter don't go through anything easy when it comes to that. I'm
Okay.
telling you.
So
Sometimes the pain.
you've got an alternative that you're thinking about. What that alternative is?
Well, like I had said, I had met with the president like close to 2 months now at State House in Berbice, where they assured me and put me onto the doctor at that time that they will give my daughter the best help that they need. He had mentioned to me a hospital that they use in the US I can't remember it offhand, but like I said, each time I text the doctor, he would respond, but sometimes I don't get a response pertaining to my daughter is. He always say someone is gonna call, but
And this is the situation as it is.
my main focus is on the three tests that the doctor required for her because he said with that doing the three tests he can able to diagnose exactly what is going on with her and he can able to get her back in Guyana and get her treated because constantly using the medication after time your body got immune to it.
And you made some inquiries of your own
Yes, I did so.
about places that you can get this
Yeah.
treatment. You could get these
Um.
tests done.
Yeah. We did make contact with a doctor pertaining to Cuba. They said I'm gotta find that it's a lot of money off my own, but they can get the test done. But when it comes to accommodation, they would provide that. But in the US, my I have accommodation where my aunt is a nurse over there and she lays on with the hospital. They communicate with her because they said it's far cheaper to communicate with her than to be calling to Guyana.
Is there any particular amount of money that you got to raise or anything like that?
Well, to be honest, sir, I wouldn't be able to say because, like the hospital mentioned to me, they cannot give a quotation unless they see her and evaluate her to know exactly, well, this is the cause, and they can able to give a quotation like that. Otherwise, over the phone, without seeing her or run the tests that she needs, they cannot see. Yeah, I'm seeking financial help at least just to get my daughter the best treatment that she needs, and like I said, the procedure that needs to be done. That is my wish for my child as a mother. I'm a lab aid technician assistant. Her medical bill was very expensive, likewise her treatment. So I had taken a loan from Republic Bank, which I'm very thankful for, which I'm paying every month is $25,975. I pay 1,200 passes a day to and fro from quarantine. I do get back my traveling allowance, but sometimes it do take a while.
You may want to know what about other relatives.
Oh well, her father he's currently in the US permanently. I think of almost like 7 months. He would send finance for her every month, like around like I say, like a $20,000 or 19. It depends on which money transfer he used. Well, I'm being fair. I understand America is not something easy, and sometimes he tries his best. Likewise, sometimes we don't have that kind of relationship, but his fiance and I have a far better understanding, and for her sake, she does her best too. She gave her more support when it comes to Nia and Nia's health.
So let's hear from little Nia. Maybe she's how old? 6 years old. So how are you? Are you okay? Do you understand all of this?
You need to
You
speak, don't
do?
shake your head.
Yeah, that's okay. So do you play with friends and are you happy, having fun and so on? You like going to school? And are you able to go to school a lot, or sometimes you want to come home because you're not feeling well?
You gotta
You
answer.
like to go to school? All right. So here we've got a story here, and I'm showing it out to the general public. Whatever area this young lady needs help, I'm hoping that the relevant authority, the people that are in charge, and if you should know of this story, if you can move a little fast. Time is going, and she needs help, and that's why she's here, so that we can publish this story because we don't know exactly who to deal with now. She went so many places, and she's not getting the kind of answer or the response. We're not doing this to attack anybody. We're doing this to see if there's anybody else that might be able to make an input, call her and tell her something that will make sense to see if she can get the kind of help. But in the meantime, she needs the financial help. And so we're hoping that we're going to leave a number. It's going to be on the screen so that you can make contact, maybe a bank account. And I've got some friends that we're talking to that they may want to set up a GoFundMe so that she can get money. She's talking about going to Cuba or going to the US. They told her that she got to get a visa, all these things that she is pursuing, and she needs help in any way, not just financial, but if you know how she can get her visa how she can get to America. Whatever it is that you can call us and tell us, we're going to make numbers available so that but we got to move fast. Time is going, and she's getting more and more frustrated, and she's very frustrated. And so we want to see the best that we can do. All right, at this point, I've got a very good friend visiting. She has a charitable organization as well, and she would have heard about the story and she wants to see in what way she can help. So we're going to talk to her a little bit and see what can be done and in what way uh, we can help this young lady. Tell us about your help organization as well. What is it all about?
So, hi everyone. I'm Natasha Backus. I was born in Guyana. I was raised in the U.S. And thank you for having me on your show. So, I actually created Empowering Women Inc. It's a nonprofit organization that I created for single mother. My mother was a single mother. I get choked up when I talk about that. But she was a single mother, and I wanted to give back to help single mother like my mother. So I wanted to, I created that charity. It's called Empowering Women Inc. to give back so that single mother can assist with whatever they need, go back to school, in poverty. I'm focusing more on the poverty area.
All right, tell us about
So
what do you do for a living?
a lot of stuff. I'm too busy. So I am the CEO and owner of Truly Flawless Skincare, and 10% of my profit, every sale, 10% goes into my charity that I created, Empowering Women Inc. It's a nonprofit. Not everybody that give to my charity would get a tax break.
Okay.
So go ahead and check my charity out and check out my Truly Flawless Skincare.
Here in Guyana, you're visiting
Mhm.
on vacation, and you heard about the story of this young child that is sitting next to you. And what would you want to say about it? What are your thoughts at the moment?
Hmm. You know, it breaks my heart when kids are sick.
Control.
And as a mother, I think you're gonna have to cut this. So, my charity is I just opened it, and since it's a woman month, March Woman Month,
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect month to launch everything concerning women, making women beautiful, helping women being educated, and since I'm giving back 10% of my sale, my own business sale to my own charity, whatever I think, if you, what we're gonna do a GoFundMe page, and whatever goes to the GoFundMe page, I think that would assist this kid. And like I said, as a mother of six, it breaks my heart when children are sick. I Nobody wants to have a sick kid.
Yeah.
I feel like being rich is when you have healthy children. It's not being rich with
Have
money.
money. Okay.
I think I would rather be rich with healthy children than money. I think money is for me. I don't think it's important. It's sufficient to facilitate your needs, but health is very important. And it breaks my heart when a child is sick.
All right. And even in another way, you can have your husband is a doctor,
Mhm.
and he was listening to the story, and he followed a few of the information that was provided to us by other doctors and so on. And he's gonna be trying to do a little follow up, I understand, and seeing what way he can assist as well. So that's even another way that you're helping.
I'm also going to try to reach out to her dad in the US and see, if we can be able to help her.
Okay. Well, we've got help started already, and I'm very happy that we're going somewhere because we need to move with this particular situation. So the main thing is getting the proper diagnosis, and in order to do that, you got to get the term that you call what's the thing?
Crohn's and inflammatory bowel disease.
No, no, no. What is the thing that they don't have here? That
The colonoscopy.
The pediatric troop to do the colonoscopy, endoscopy, and the biopsy.
so we need to know that first up. And once we proper diagnosed, I think treatment is available. And that is where your husband said that he might be able to do some follow up on that as well.
Yeah.
Is there
So
anything that you would like to say in closing? And I'll give everybody
I
a
would like to say a special thanks to you, Mr. Jones, to
highlight. That's all I'm
Natasha.
doing. I'm highlighting
Mrs.
the situation.
Natasha, to my mom, my church pastor, and my aunt, especially to my work colleague. There are days when I can't make it to work, and they're very supportive to me, even when I'm at work. Sometimes I try to hold up a lot without breaking down because, going to work and leaving your child home or getting a phone call from the teacher to say she's not well, it is really, what must I say, hurt me a lot because my daughter, and I have a 10-year-old who's writing exam. I don't want it to be a setback on her, but I always ask God to take control because I know if it wasn't for Him, my daughter would have been sitting here a day like today because I already almost lost her last year. So, to the public, I'm asking you for your advice, for your help in whatever way. I had to be strong to come out here today because there are days, many times, I try to withhold it to myself, but I had to be brave and do it for my child's sake. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anything that
yes, I actually would. You're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing the GoFundMe page, and I will match the first $1,000 for the child in the GoFundMe.
fantastic, fantastic. Oh, I get emotional when people respond because I believe the world needs help. That's the operative word, help. So important in life. Yes, we all need to fend for ourselves and things like that, but there's so many times when we need to help. And thank you so very much. And look what's happening there as well, hearing that, right? Thank you very much, and we will give you a follow up on this story. And feel free to make contact. Yes, we're gonna be putting up. In the meantime, can you just say your telephone, your contact number out?
My number is 688-2770, or you can get me on 666-6751.
Repeat.
666-6751 or 688-2770.
And we'll tell you about the GoFundMe page. We'll tell you about an account number and everything. Thank you so very much. We're looking forward for all of you. Let us get some success in this story, and so that when we post the next time, we could give you an update, a positive update. Thank you.
Yes, so the $1,000, I'm gonna be matching the first $1,000 that we get. I'll match that, and please let's assist this child. This is our future.
Thank you very much.
This is our future.
Thank you. As it is, we need any help that we can get. Please help. Please call.